COVID-19 has brought a lot of changes to Texas Tech this fall, but few are more noticeable than the lack of events on campus. Coming up, we'll show you how one department changed up their usual plans to give students a chance to attend an annual event in person.
The Student Activities Board is known for hosting dozens of free events each year, but they have also decided to go virtual for the fall of 2020. Find out how you can still get in on the fun without having to head to campus next.
And the Texas Tech athletics fall season is officially underway after Tech football put a W in the record books last week. But the men aren't the only ones who will be in action in 2020. We'll let you know about the details on the season debut of two of Tech's top women's teams in sports.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Evan Ray.
And I'm Elizabeth Martinez.
COVID-19 testing continues here on the Texas Tech campus. Along with the daily increase in active cases, there's some positive news to report as we near the end of the first 4 weeks of classes. Yesterday afternoon, university officials released a daily report of coronavirus cases at Texas Tech. Wednesday's numbers included 50 new active cases made up of 46 students and 4 university employees. Along with yesterday's new cases, it was also announced that 223 students and 13 employees had recovered from the virus, for a total of 236 new recoveries. The jump in recoveries brought the overall number of current active cases down to 171, which is the lowest number of current infections since August 28th. In total, 1,343 positive cases have been reported in the Texas Tech community, consisting of 1,209 students and 134 employees. Free COVID-19 testing for all students, faculty, and staff continues this week in Urbanowski Park. The walk-up site is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Testing will also be available through early next week, but the last day to be tested for free on campus will be next Wednesday, September 23rd. After that, students, faculty, and staff can still be tested by appointment at the Student Wellness Center. Off-campus testing also continues at multiple clinics around the city. For more information about testing, as well as many other topics regarding the coronavirus, visit emergency.ttu.edu/coronavirus.
One of the biggest changes on campus this fall is the lack of in-person events and activities due to COVID-19. But earlier this week, one university department took an annual event outdoors to give students the chance to gather some information face-to-face. On Tuesday, the Office of International Affairs hosted the Fall Study Abroad Fair in Urbanowski Park. Starting at 10 a.m., students could stop by and meet up with representatives from several campus departments to learn about opportunities to continue their education outside the United States. The event featured tables spaced out at least 6 feet apart, and all participants were required to wear a face covering. Tuesday's fair was one of the only in-person events to take place on campus since class started in August.
We toyed around with the idea, for sure. We wanted to, still be able to offer this opportunity, but do so in a safe way. And after we saw the event guidelines that Texas Tech has put out about large gatherings like this, we felt comfortable that we could be able to take the necessary precautions to help to keep folks safe.
Along with the in-person fair, a virtual fair also took place on Tuesday starting at 9 a.m. The two options were created to reach as many students as possible, since not everyone is on campus this year. If you missed this week's in-person and virtual study abroad fairs, you can still find plenty of info about upcoming trips by visiting studyabroad.ttu.edu and clicking on Start Here.
Speaking of university activities, one group that typically has a busy schedule of events each semester is the Student Activities Board. SAB offers free options for students throughout the year, but due to COVID-19 concerns, SAB decided to go virtual for fall 2020. But even with that change, there's already several exclusive opportunities available for Tech students. From now through tomorrow, SAB is hosting a virtual poster sale online. The sale is being conducted by a company called Poster Invasion, and they offer hundreds of posters, postcard, tapestries, and more. Each item is available in various sizes with options ranging from classic art to movie posters to photographs and much more. And right now in SAB, in coordination with Poster Invasion, is offering a special deal for all Tech students. Just use the code TTU2020 at checkout to receive 15% off any purchase. To take advantage of this deal, just stop by posterinvasion.shop to start browsing. And then on Friday, Sept continues its virtual schedule of events with Zoom Bingo at 5 p.m. Zoom Bingo will be just like a normal game of bingo, but all participants will need access to Zoom conferencing software to play. The link to tomorrow's bingo event will be posted in Sept's Twitter account, which you can find by visiting twitter.com/TexasTechSAB. And to keep up with all of Sept's events, just visit sab.ttu.edu throughout the fall semester.
After an unusually chilly run of temperatures last week, the Lubbock area has seen a run of very nice conditions since highs returned to the 80s on Saturday. With fall only a few days away, can we expect to see any changes as we head into the last weekend of summer? MCTV's Madison Hartin joins us in studio with the latest look at the forecast. Madison?
Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, it has been a bit of a doozy when it comes to temperatures here on the South Plains. I know we all had that cold snap a couple weeks ago, and I think we were all expecting the fall temperatures to set in then. But sadly, we are in what a lot of people have lovingly deemed second summer on the South Plains. That's when we get another round of warm temperatures after that first cold front, and it doesn't quite feel like fall yet, even though the official start of fall is only a few days away. Right now, we have a pretty mild week ahead of us going into this weekend and next week. Looking out at our MCTV tower cam, we can see that we have pretty clear skies out there with some big puffy clouds out there dotting the horizon, and it is fairly warm today, especially compared to the last couple days. For today, the high temperature climbed up to 83 degrees, partly cloudy and warm with the wind coming from the northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. This evening, the clouds are going to disperse a little bit, so we will have clear skies going into tonight with a low temperature of 55 degrees and the wind shifting from the east to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Looking at the South Plains as a whole, we can see that nowhere is really experiencing fall temperatures. We have it in the 80s in Lubbock, and it's actually a little bit warmer up there north of us out at Fredonia. And the cool temperatures are only going to be dropping into the 50s and 60s as we move into tomorrow. So sad to say, but we are not yet experiencing fall temperatures, and it doesn't look like we are going to, at least for the next couple of days. For tomorrow, bringing it back into Lubbock locally, we can see that we have a high of 84 degrees for Friday with a low of 56 degrees and the wind coming from the northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. For Saturday, another high of 83 degrees, low of 55, and the wind coming from the southeast now at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for Sunday, pretty par for the course, a sunny Sunday with a high of 82, low of 52, and a south by southeasterly wind coming at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So I know that we all like a little bit of warm weather, especially because we're going to be in the thick of winter very soon. So good weather for getting outside, good weather for any weekend plans you might have, but bad weather for reporting. I'm a little sad that there's nothing interesting coming up in the forecast, but hopefully that'll change by next week and we'll finally be seeing some fall temperatures that everyone is looking forward to. For MCTV Weather, I'm Madison Hartin. Back to you.
Thanks, Madison. Last weekend, Texas Tech Athletics officially kicked off the fall season as the Red Raider football team took down the Houston Baptist Huskies on Saturday. Tech football is out of action this weekend, but two other sports are gearing up for their fall debut. Tomorrow evening, the women's soccer team will officially return to play at the John Walker Soccer Complex at 5:30 p.m. The Red Raiders will welcome Baylor to town for their first showdown against the Bears since defeating them in the first round of last season's Big 12 tournament. As with all sporting events, seats are limited for Friday's game, but you can also catch the action on ESPNU. And next week, another women's team returns to action as Tech Volleyball takes the court at the United Supermarkets Arena. The Red Raiders will meet up with West Virginia in a two-night showdown on Thursday and Friday night at 6 p.m. The new two-day matchup schedule is a change made to limit the amount of travel each Big 12 team makes during the season. Both of next week's contests will be televised on ESPN+.
As we mentioned earlier, there have only been a few in-person events that have taken place on campus since the fall semester started in August. Most events have moved to virtual options to avoid large gatherings and promote safety as the coronavirus pandemic continues. But there's still one place on campus where you can enjoy a change of scenery and still maintain the university's safety guidelines. Each year, the School of Art installs a rotating collection of works in the Arts Building's landmark galleries. And right now, you can check out one of those exhibitions in the first floor studio gallery. Texas Photographic Society's Listening to the Land juried exhibition is on display from now through November 22nd. The installation includes 50 photographs taken by 34 artists, all selected by juror Joel Sacedo. Each photo selected highlights changes in Texas' natural resources, geography, agricultural and environment, and showcases the importance of the state's rural communities. If you would like to see the Listening to the Land juried exhibition, you can stop by the Arts Building Studio Galleries Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. As with all university buildings, face coverings are required while visiting the gallery.
So, Elizabeth, are you planning to make a stop by one of the art building's galleries?
Yeah, I might make a stop. How about you, Evan?
Oh, you bet. I can't wait for it. That's all for today's edition of MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you next week.